Good morning to my class. I hope you are good and you are well, you are healthy. Okay. Today we're going to learn about a very specific and a very interesting topic. Okay. Hence we have discussed triangles, that they are a three-sided shape. So now how about a four-sided shape? Okay, can anyone just tell us anything about a four-sided shape? Yes, sir. Okay, that's a good answer. He replied and said that a four-sided shape is a quadrilateral, of which it means if it's a quadrilateral and it has a four-sided lines, or even because they are lines because they have names and again. So now it means we will have four angles, which bring us to the topic of the day, of which is quadrilaterals. Okay, in the first lesson we talked about parallel lines and we talked about the formation of angles. So now we are coming to a point where all of what we have learned is going to be applied and is going to be ended, is going to be jointly collected. We can say that. So now, my learners, I will tell you about different kinds of quadrilaterals. So we have a quadrilateral that is called a trapezium. Firstly, do me a favor, take out these papers that I handed out for you in the beginning of the class. I firstly gave you these papers. I asked your class rep to give you these papers. Take them out and look at them. You have a parallelogram. You have the quadrilateral. You see here, we have a quadrilateral to your left, of which is a parallelogram, a rectangle, a square, a rhombus, and a trapezium, and a kite. Then this is the example of how it looks like, and this is a property that you will define it, or even a characteristic, or how will you define it. Okay, then let's go to it. Quickly we will rush into it and go to where we will going to be doing them thoroughly, where you will all understand it. Okay, a parallelogram, it has a property of which is opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are equal. Okay, we can see that it's evident here. Going to a rectangle, opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, all angles are 90 degrees, and here is that showing that all angles are 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to a square, all sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, all angles are 90 degrees, all pairs of adjacent sides are equal. That is evident here. Okay, we go to a rhombus. Now a rhombus is similarly like a square, but the difference, you're going to notice it. All sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, all pairs of adjacent sides are equal, opposite angles are also equal. That's good, that's a fair. Then we go to a trapezium. One pair of opposite sides is parallel. You can see here you have only one pair of opposite sides of which are parallel. In this case, not equal, but parallel. Okay, we go to a kite. The property of a kite is two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. One pair of opposite angles are equal. And that is evident here in this worksheet, or even in this case of a notes. Okay, now I want you guys to take out another paper that I gave you in the class, of which is where you will be calculating the value of x. Here, this is the value of x that you will need to calculate firstly, and go calculate the size of angle B, of which angle B is opposite to angle D. Okay, let me give you a quick roundup. A quadrilateral has four angles, of which those four angles will be equal to 360 degrees. Not in the case like a triangle where all angles are equal to 180 degrees. So, my lovely learners, we will start off here. Hence, we have angle A. Angle A is equal to x plus 50 degrees. Angle D is equal to 2x minus 20 degrees. And the important part of it all is that it is stated it is a parallelogram. And the property in your notes there states that the opposite sides are parallel. There are the signs there showing that AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to DC. Of which now, you know that this is a parallelogram and opposite sides of a parallelogram are a sum of 180 degrees. So now, thinking of that, and you can see here, angle A is given, angle D is given, and the angle side AB is parallel to side DC. So now, we have learned in the past that co-interior angles are formed, and the sum of co-interior angles is 180 degrees. So to get the value of x, you will first add these two angles and get 180 degrees, and the answer is 50 degrees. X is equal to 50 degrees. Then now you will substitute them and create your equation there. Angle B plus 2x minus 20 degrees equal to 180 degrees, and go down, and you will find the value of B having to be equal to 100 degrees. So now I want you all guys to form a groups of 5. In the groups of 5, you will do activity 2, where you find the value of x and the value of y. I will give you 2 minutes to do that. Okay, now, hence you have done the work that I asked you to do now. I will go on and make sure that you are thoroughly given the information that you need about quadrilaterals. So now, here is a summary of the topic or of the quadrilaterals that we have learned. So now we have learned today that quadrilaterals are 4-sided shapes with 4 angles having to be equal to 360 degrees. And these quadrilaterals differ. We have a parallelogram, we have a trapezium, we have a rhombus, we have a rectangle, we have a kite, we have a square. So now, they have different properties of which it differs according to it. So now, I will need you guys to take another paper that I gave you, where you will be classifying the quadrilaterals according to what is asked of you here. So now, take out your classwork books and write it down there. Thank you.